Alright, I'm going to need your help for this one. In this video, I want to make a complete mockery of YouTube's audience retention analytics, but you need to do exactly what I say. So what you're watching right now is chapter 1, but what I need you to do next is navigate to chapter 2 in another part of the video. Make sense? Alright, get to it. You didn't navigate to chapter 2, did you? You are useless. Get out of my video. Now then, here's my bold prediction for this video. I reckon it's going to have higher audience retention than typical for a regular vidIQ video. That's because I've given you, the viewer, some direct instructions, and you've probably got a little bit of buy-in. You want to find all of those Easter eggs for one thing. But to do this on a regular basis, it's probably not a healthy relationship to have with your audience. So yeah, by no means is this a hack, but it does lead to some potentially inventive ideas that creators could use chapters for. We've seen examples in the past where creators have used end screens to let the viewer decide how a story unfolds. Depending on which path the viewer takes, will decide which video is played next. In this particular example, there were 8 different endings to the story. But now with timestamps, you could theoretically incorporate all of those choices into a single video. Which chapter are you going to choose next?
What? Okay, no, listen. Don't tell Rob I was playing games at work. I just needed a break.
If you go to the overview analytics for an individual video in the YouTube studio, you will find the audience retention graph that's received a few enhancements recently. One of those is to display the video chapters as sections separated by a grey dotted line. So if I track this audience retention graph, I can see what's going on during every video chapter. And the evidence here does seem to suggest a tiny spike in audience retention whenever there is a new video chapter, meaning a small number of viewers are navigating to different parts of the video. But as you can see, those numbers are negligible, nothing more than a percentage point or 2 at best. Which brings us back to why we are all here right now. I want to have a little bit of fun with this. Yeah, you were supposed to go to the next chapter at that point? Whew, you made the right choice there. You really dodged a bullet. Now, of course, with this video, I'm barely scratching the surface of the potential inventiveness people could conjure up with video chapters. I mean, just imagine if someone created like a 2-hour interactive story with 50 chapters. It'd be really complicated to do, but now I've suggested it, somebody's probably going to try it. But here's the thing. I don't think any of this is sustainable. Sure, you can make maybe one video based on time chapters all over the place, unless you make an entire channel based off of decisions made through video chapters. Somebody's going to try that as well, aren't they? And you've also got to consider this. What's to say that YouTube won't pull the plug on video chapters completely in the future? Anyone remember video annotations? I must have made a dozen videos using that tool, and then YouTube ruined all of those videos by killing that feature. Oh, and you know I said you'd missed a bullet by choosing the right chapter? I lied. So let's say your viewers are using video chapters. How should you title them? Well, as you can see, very descriptive chapters will redirect a small number of viewers. But if you can intentionally make your chapters cryptic and teasing, they can significantly increase retention at that chapter point, as you can see here. But is this a good idea? You may be causing a steep decline in audience retention at the start of a video to achieve this. You might call it chapter bait. Chapters primarily exist to benefit the viewer, to help them navigate videos. And while it is true that there could be a minor impact on a creator's audience retention, there are also benefits. If your YouTube video ends up on Google search, those video chapters take up a lot of screen real estate, making them much more clickable. The same is now true of the mobile app, although you do need to tap on the screen to display the video chapters. And speaking of video chapters, it's time we jump to another one.
Howdy, howdy, everyone. Nate here. Wait, is this the right video? What? This isn't even the right channel. Dang it, Rob.
Nah, you picked the wrong chapter. Hi. Ah, well done. You've made it to chapter 2. Why the hell am I doing this? Video chapters have been around now for a couple of years on YouTube, and they are designed to help viewers navigate around videos. Up until recently, creators had to manually set up video chapters, but now YouTube is trying to automate them, so we could see a future where chapters appear on every single YouTube video. But all of this raises a couple of interesting questions. Do viewers actually use video chapters? And can video chapters harm creators in terms of watch time and audience view duration? Let's start investigating in chapter 3.
I'm Soul Savage, and you're in the wrong place. What are you doing here?
What happens when you force people to use chapters, to send them here, there and everywhere on a video? Now, we're all familiar with the typical audience retention graph, aren't we? It tends to slide down from left to right in that hockey stick fashion. But as long as you follow your orders, what is the audience retention graph going to look like on this video? Alright, it's a bit of a crude effort. I don't draw very well, but you have to assume that if I put early chapters towards the end of a video, later chapters towards the beginning, and a few little Easter eggs, the audience retention graph is going to be all over the place, right? The truth is, I have no idea what it's going to look like, but I'm really excited to find out, and I'll share those results with you on our YouTube community tab, Instagram, and Twitter, so do make sure to subscribe and follow us in those places. Blimey, that was a long chapter. Let's get to the next one. Oh, we survived. Made it to the final chapter. Thanks for playing along. Oh, and by the way, if you want to do something more useful with those audience retention graphs, check out the video over here.